Clap on, clap off.
Here we are on another Wednesday, and thank you for joining us on this fourth installment of We'll Be Right Back. I am Zach Martina. Today we take a look back at our childhood, when our parents told us we could grow up to be anything we wanted. An astronaut, a magician, hell, even a race car driver. But in the 1960s, kids were running through the streets wishing they were an Oscar Mayer Wiener. I think Oscar Mayer is to blame for crushing the hopes and dreams of America's youth. And it's with that in mind that we take a look back at possibly the most irritating jingle in the history of the world. Here is, I Wish I Were an Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Class attention. Forward march. Oh, I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer Wiener. That is what I truly like to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener, everyone would be in love with me. A big parade is so inspiring. Oh, I'm glad I'm not an Oscar Mayer Wiener. That is what I never want to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer Wiener, there would soon be nothing left of me. Oh, I love to be an
Oscar Mayer wieners are all meat, all good meat, rich and complete meat protein, mildly seasoned to bring out all the good meat flavor.
Everyone would be in love with me. Next week, you handle just the refreshments, Freddie.
Oh, Sandra C. Smith? What a little bitch. If she were an Oscar Mayer Wiener, I'm sure she'd be a brat worst. And she is very clear that it is Sandra C. Smith. Do we really need the middle initial? I could guess what the C stands for as far as the middle name of this little runt. I could come right out and say it. I could be blunt, but that stunt may cause you to grunt and affront. What does the C stand for? I'll tell you next Tuesday. And that sign, leader, director, president, and treasurer. As a parent, I would never let my kids hang out with this nightmare of a narcissist. Maybe tell this little asshole to focus on learning to properly write her ABCs. More importantly, the letter N. There's obviously no parental involvement in this community. If there were, there wouldn't be children parading through the streets pledging their allegiance to wieners. It is abundantly clear that these kids need a role model. Oh, you wish you were an Oscar Mayer Wiener? No, you don't. Take it from a guy who grew up to be nothing more than a sticky pile of garbage meat. You are really romanticizing the life of a weenie.
Oscar Mayer wieners are all meat, all good meat.
Or, to break it down, mechanically separated turkey, mechanically separated chicken, pork, water, salt, ground mustard seed, sodium lactate, corn syrup, dextrose, sodium phosphates, sodium diacetates, sodium acrybates, sodium nitrates, and flavor. So yeah, all good meat. But what do we remember most about these commercials? It was the song. A song written by Richard Trentledge, who before his passing acknowledged he was happiest about maintaining a level of anonymity. Said there was a real rush that no one knew he was the son of a bitch responsible for getting that awful song stuck in everyone's head. You know, it's said that Trentledge heard about a jingle contest and then went home and wrote that song in under an hour. Having heard it so many times, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. This is garbage. And that concludes this week's edition of We'll Be Right Back. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram, and if you have any commercial suggestions, please, you leave those in the comments. If you want to come out and catch a live stand-up show, be on the road with Rory Scovel on a propaganda tour until February 2nd, and I've got a bunch more dates in February and March. Please stay tuned for those. Next week, we are going to be coming out on Sunday with a special Super Bowl edition of the Budweiser campaign. But until then, we'll be right back.